Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Background Football Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Background Football Podcast. And we're here again on Zoom doing another episode of the podcast because it's a podcast. So here we are talking about football.
Yeah, we're back.
I think in today's episode, we're going to be doing team versus team. What do we mean by that? Well, basically, we've both got a team that we're going to argue for, and we're going to discuss, advantage, weaknesses and strengths of each side. And
Kind of say who we think would win.
Basically, yeah.
Against each other.
Yeah, so I guess they would play each other in a one-off game, really.
Yeah, depending on which matchup, but in a couple of them, say a Champions League final.
Okay, yeah.
Or semi-final, or whatever. A big game.
Yeah, a big knockout type game.
Yeah, big knockout tie.
Who's winning? First one. Do you want to introduce?
Yeah. Should we start with Atletico?
Yes, but we'll say the matchup though first.
Yeah. So Atletico, between 2014 and 2016, that kind of spot where they were just pretty, not dominant because they weren't dominant, but just high level. 2 Champions League finals, won the league. Against
Klopp's Dortmund, particularly from 2011 or 10-11 to around 13-14, so like kind of 3-year period where Klopp's Dortmund were one of the most exciting, I guess, progressive kind of teams in the world, I guess, in Europe and the world.
Yeah.
And I think I quite like this matchup because it's 2 conflicting styles.
Yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be end to end. It's gonna be feisty, 2 tactical great managers as well. Yeah. Good matchup.
Yeah, so do you want to start identifying like who was your key players?
Yeah, so the team changed not too much, but a little bit over those few years. The key standouts are, in both of them, you had 2 great keepers. Courtois, 2014, and then they replaced him with Oblak, who, of course, is amazing. 2 top keepers. You had Godin at the back. Very underrated, I think. I think he was actually one of the best centre-backs of that generation.
Definitely.
I would say. Not talked about enough.
I fucking love Diego Godin.
Yeah, and an absolute scumbag.
I think he's my favourite centre-back, like, ever.
He is because he was so good for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And people just forget it, I feel like.
Because he was also just Simeone on the pitch as well.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Fucking nasty.
Yeah. You have the midfield kind of like, it's shots and change. You had Koke, Sal Niguez came in a bit later. You'd Gabby, Thiago kind of in the middle. 4-4-2.
Thiago Alcantara?
Nah, Thiago Mendes, sorry.
Thiago Mendes? I don't remember.
Just a bit of a decent kind of a standard Simeone player.
Yeah, like a workhorse.
Bit of a workhorse, bit technical, yeah, kind of keep it ticking. And then up top, they had an interesting thing. So this is where probably it changed the most. You always had the kind of talisman, 2014 Diego Costa, unreal. And then 2016, a bit later, Griezmann came, but he became the talisman and was the kind of guy. And then they always had their kind of striker on the side. 2014, David Villa, actually. Yeah, obviously a bit older. And he actually brought the title from Barca to Atletico.
When did they win the title? Was it
2014?
2014.
Yeah. So, mad. Won the title and got to Champions League final. But yeah, and then in 2016, in the final, at least Torres was there.
Oh,
So yeah, they're the key figures,
they've had
along
some
with like
proper
Miranda
journeymen.
and Felipe Luis and Juan Fran constant
Yeah,
throughout.
they've had some proper
Yeah,
journeymen, and
yeah,
yeah, chopping and changing. I guess
yeah,
it's a little bit different to mine. They were quite a consistent kind of unit for these 3-4
yeah,
years.
yeah,
And what a team, this Klopp
yeah,
Dortmund team. High energy, fucking this Gegen pressing type of like heavy metal football. I mean, I know we've
yeah,
come to see it, not necessarily love it, but like at Liverpool, he obviously bought his style, so we kind of know what Klopp's teams are about.
yeah, yeah,
And it's this kind of just fucking energy and just pump kind of.
yeah.
It's also just this. I think I mean, you could probably say this for both. It's this team element. It's
Mm.
not like you're building around one player, really.
No, it's a
I
proper
think they're
team.
proper. They're both proper teams, and I know,
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
like I mean, I'll go through kind of my Klopp's Dortmund's main guys. It was Hummels and Subotic at the back, with
Yeah,
like Gundogan, Royce, Goetze, Lewandowski, Blaszczykowski,
mm.
Piszczek and Schmelzer, and Weidenfeller in goal.
Yeah.
Missing someone, Bender in midfield with
Oh yeah, yeah,
Gundogan,
Holden.
with like Mkhitaryan as well, like in and out,
Yeah, yeah.
and like, oh, what a team! What a team!
No, great team.
You know they,
They kind of all came together at the not necessarily the right time because certain players went off after and did their own had their own great careers. But I don't know, it kind of all feel like it came together with Klopp obviously
yeah,
building it.
it came
Yeah.
together just so perfectly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
two Bundesliga championships in a
Did they
row.
win two?
In a row, yeah. I didn't actually
Was
know
it?
this until I was doing the research earlier. They won
Oh, mad.
two in a row, 2011, 2010 to 2011, 2011, 2012.
No way.
And especially the 2011, 2012, 81 points, 80 goals scored, 25 goals conceded, best defense in the league. So like people,
Mad.
I mean, you think about this team as like, again, high energy, really
Yeah.
going forward, will fucking put loads of goals in like past you, but like defensively as well, fucking solid.
Yeah. Mad. I didn't know they won two. And obviously that's when Bayern were fucking flying as well.
Yeah, and then the season after that, that's when they got to the Champions League final.
Yeah.
And obviously in that run, I don't know if you remember. Remember they
Against Madrid, I
against
remember that's the
Madrid,
one that stands out.
Lewandowski scored 4.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they like narrowly lost to Bayern in the final
Last minute, Robin.
last minute.
Yeah.
And it's just such a good team.
Yeah. No, great team.
It will go
Great
down
team.
in history as just like I guess because Klopp also went on to be, obviously a massive cult hero at Liverpool, one of the greatest Prem managers in history.
Yeah.
He'll probably go. Yeah, he'll go down.
Yeah, he will.
He's up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
No, I feel like they're both like similar. They're quite similar in the sense of like these were two great teams, but they'll be talked about, but they never cemented themselves as like the elite.
Yeah.
So similar, kind of, like obviously played very different and structured very different in the way they built, but similar in that sense.
Yeah, like it'd be weird if they had won the Champions League in those respective finals.
Yeah,
like we'd both be looking at them like very differently.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And like for the clubs as well, I think.
Yeah,
they're both in a similar state of like they're really respectable kind of. They're in the Champions League every year.
Yeah,
they will get to the quarters pretty much every year.
They're always challenge consistent.
Yeah,
they're both very well run clubs.
Both very well run, and they will. You're in for a game. against
yeah.
either. Like Dortmund last year, they got to the Champions League final.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that's not Klopp's Dortmund, of course it's not, but it's like it's saying it's the type of club they are. They can be not in a good, necessarily good point, and they still manage to like compete and just.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could be the best team in the world, but you come up against either of them, you're like, this is going to be a hard game.
Yeah.
You have to stay switched on.
I think especially, yeah.
Yeah, both for different reasons, but yeah.
That Simeone, like, it's hard to kind of, because I kind of throw Simeone into just his whole time at Atletico. Like, they just haven't really changed. They're just like,
no,
they're just kind of the same team with different players.
It's Simeone and his minions, literally. Yeah.
Okay, but the ultimate question is who would win in a one-off Champions League final? Klopp's Dortmund versus Simeone's Atletico. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to argue for Atletico. But it'd be a tight game.
It'd be a very tight game. But I think I've got more firepower than you. I've definitely got more firepower.
Yeah, you do. I think the experience in my team will benefit me. The experience and I don't know. I feel like Atletico have a bit more know-how.
That is a good point, actually. Because at the point, it was quite a young team.
Yeah.
Subotic, I think was. I mean, I guess Schmelzer, Piszczek, and Subotic. How the fuck do you say it? Subotic.
Subotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were like the older heads.
Yeah, but I still don't think they weren't that old. I mean, to be fair, the Atletico team wasn't that old, but definitely a few more experienced heads. Yeah. And I feel like just having Simeone on the touchline and him drilling Atletico, they all know exactly. No, I'm not saying I'm not saying anything against Klopp, but just I don't know. I feel like team had a bit more. You got more firepower, but we got a bit more bite and kind of deal with the pressure maybe slightly better. But it's hard to say.
Yeah. Lewandowski scoring though, can't lie. Lewandowski, Royce and Gertz are linking up. Blaszczykowski making them runs in behind.
Felipe Luis.
Lewandowski, he's finding the space.
Any chance he gets. Miranda as well.
Miranda, oh yeah.
Yeah. Nah, it'd be a very. I don't know. I'm gonna back Atletico.
The thing is, I just don't know how we're going to decide this because I'm not sure we're going to be able to agree, so we might have to flip a coin or something.
Yeah, or no, we can leave it up to the comments.
Yeah, we'll do a poll.
We'll do a poll. Yeah. We'll do a poll.
Yeah.
I think it's a tough one. Both great teams.
Yeah.
Very tight. And it'd be interesting how the game would go. Because Atletico be more solid and would just set up more defensive.
Yeah, that's
and try and it'd be the midfield battle would be interesting. I think that's where we could do
because our midfield,
your midfield's great, but I feel like
it's quite attacking.
Would you be able to deal with the bite of? I mean, in the 2016 final, basically, Atletico played 4 centre mids. Yeah.
Simeone loves doing that. He'll play like right mid.
Yeah. It was Koke and Sal and Guez on the wings. On the bottom. Yeah. So it's the midfield battle would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but two great teams. I mean,
I think we've got to put it to a poll.
Yeah, we'll put it to a poll.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So another matchup.
So the next
matchup, which I think is probably maybe not as good as the one before.
I think it's more obvious in my opinion, and I've been given the one that is probably not going to win. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna back my argument because there is arguments to be made.
No, 100%.
There's still some stuff.
I mean, it's still a great team.
So yeah, it's Juve 2015. 2015. So the year they got
2015 to 2017.
So the year they got to the consecutive.
They got to two finals, not consecutive. 2015 and then 2017.
Yeah, so the two finals against PSG, mainly 2019 to 21 ish.
Yeah,
before Messi came, basically.
Yeah.
And they got to the Champions League final, and they were, a good side.
A great team. Yeah,
very good side. But I mean, you started last time, so I'll start this time.
Yeah.
So the first thing to be said about my PSG side is the attacking prowess, the talismanic figures of who I've got up top and on the wings. I mean, they kind of speak for themselves. Neymar is Neymar. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think especially Neymar. I think at that point he was that was his moment when he was the proper talisman.
Because when he was fit, oh my God, it was just like, he's unplayable. And
run games, he'd do everything. And
you've got at the point a still relatively young, exciting Mbappe, who is just absolutely electric, fucking deadly. Yeah. I mean, he kind of goes without saying as well. You know how dangerous Mbappe is.
Yeah.
And with Neymar as well, you know how good they are. There's not much to be said. But also players like Di Maria.
Forget about Di Maria,
You forget about him. He's fucking unreal.
Ridiculously good player for so many years.
Yeah, for so many years. Such a good player. And, apart from that, so obviously they had a star-studded attack. They had a kind of workhorse-y midfield of like, we're basically here to allow the attack to do what they need to do.
Yeah, on paper, I guess Verratti though. He was running it a bit.
It was more like it was Verratti, Paredes. They had like Ander Herrera in there, Idrissa Gueye. Yeah. So they had like, they're all good players, but they're not like. I think it was to allow the other guys to kind of do what they need to do, mainly.
Yeah. No, I see that, and I think especially for those years, I feel like it was when Neymar's fit, everything just went through him. Like even the midfield, when they had the ball, it was just through Neymar.
Yeah.
And
And defensively as well, no fuck, it wasn't a slouch, was it? Marquinhos, Thiago Silva. Because that's one thing you forget. Marquinhos played quite a bit in midfield as well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
As like
to step in and then
as like a DM, and they'd have like Thiago Silva and Kimpembe.
Yeah, Kimpembe
as the traditional kind of centre backs, and I remember that worked really well because Marquinhos.
Yeah,
just fucking.
Was that the year they got to the final when they were doing that?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure
it was in
the final like that. I can't remember, but it was under. Yeah, and I think this is. It was obviously they're Tuchel.
Yeah.
And Tuchel is. I know he didn't win the Champions League with them, and he was only there for 2.
Yeah, I don't think more than 2.
I'm not too sure, but
only 2.
But on his day, Tuchel is a really astute, tactical manager, and when he gets it right, like he's really good, man. He's really good.
I think he's a fantastic coach. I think, brilliant. I still think he is now. Yeah, Chelsea. Look at what he did at Chelsea. Unreal.
Yeah, they just sacked him way too early.
And then they had 2 years of fucking shit.
Yeah.
And even now, they're not as good as when Tuchel was there.
Yeah. But no, I mean, obviously it ended with losing kind of limply to Bayern. It wasn't the greatest Champions League final. But to be fair to them, that Bayern team was ridiculous.
that Bayern team was a machine.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
was
most
yeah.
they were so dominant in like every area of the field that season.
Yeah.
Really amazing team, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying.
I guess Juve.
Yeah, do you want to go on to?
Yeah, I mean that Juve team. It's a shame they didn't win the Champions League final, but they came up against Barca, who won the treble that year with Messi, Suarez, and Neymar in 2015, and then Madrid on three-peat.
It's kind of similar stories about all these teams we've discussed. It's like they were all really good teams, but all fell short, mainly due to coming up against just a better, a superpower kind of team, a powerhouse.
Yeah. And you'd argue, I mean, bar Bayern, but within that period, 2015 to 2017, and behind Barca and Madrid, Juve were the best team they were the third best team in Europe, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, interesting as well. They actually changed a fair bit between 2015 and 17. Like not too much, but you look at 2015, they still had Pirlo.
Still had Pirlo in 2015. Wow.
Yeah, Pirlo, and then it was before the kind of three of Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli was fully set up. And yeah, great team. Up top, you look at in 2017, Higuain, Dybala, they came in. Yeah, in 2015, looked different. And Dani Alves, Alexandro, top Pogba.
Didn't they have like Pogba, Matuidi, and Pirlo in midfield?
I think it was Pogba, Pirlo, and Marquisio.
Oh,
yeah. And Matuidi was in 2017.
That's a good midfield.
Yeah. So it's like,
yeah, man.
Yeah, and I think I'd say even more so in 2017. I feel like their team was better with the introduction with Dybala and
with the three at the back. But didn't they have Mandzukic and Higuain?
Yeah. Dybala, Mandzukic, Higuain.
Oh.
Yeah, like you look at that front three, and then the back three, Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli, like
with
nothing's getting past them. Buffon in goal. Defensively, again, if they weren't coming up against Madrid,
it's Ronaldo. It was literally just
Ronaldo. Yeah, exactly. Dani Alves, Alexandro, fullbacks, wingbacks. Fucking ridiculous team.
Who was the 2017 midfield?
It was. I'm gonna quickly fact check, but it was. Khedira and Pjanic.
Oh,
actually. So,
but even them two are like,
yeah, even them two, unreal. Like, probably you'd argue a slight drop off, but it probably fitted Conte's system better. In terms of with the three at the back.
Was that under Conte? 2017?
Yeah, I think so.
No, was it?
Was it not? Fact check.
Was it?
I swear it was. Or was he a bit later?
Was it? I swear it was Allegri. Was that?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, it was Allegri.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He was at Chelsea.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. What am I on about?
Wasn't Conte a few years before?
Yeah. Yeah, he was. So there's Allegri. But either way, that system of three at the back, I feel like Pjanic and Khedira were more... not necessarily all-round midfielders, but I feel like they just fit the system better. And Khedira, what a player Khedira was!
Yeah, Khedira and Pjanic as well. Pjanic was
Pjanic, but I'd say Khedira more so personally.
Yeah, Pjanic's vision though, he was a good.
No, he was
good.
And complement each other very well.
Yeah,
but Khedira, Khedira had an unreal career.
Yeah,
Madrid for all those years, then Juve, great player. Won the World Cup.
Yeah.
But no, great team. I feel like it's less of a debate, this one.
I think your just all-round team is just better.
All-round team, like that team.
I think the way they work, as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that team it's actually mad that they didn't win a Champions League.
They should have done.
Yeah.
It's like again, they just came up against just fucked opposition.
Yeah, I mean, you probably say it's of the 2010s. I mean, it'd probably be between them and one of the Bayern teams as the third best team of that decade, I would say.
Probably.
At least in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably throw Klopp's Liverpool in there as well.
Yeah.
You'd have to, right? In Europe, I mean,
they won the No, true.
Got to two finals as well.
Yeah, actually,
one final, I guess. In 20.
I guess 2020 they were probably the best team in the world.
Yeah, because like again, I could argue that my attack is better. I could.
Yeah.
And it probably is, if we're being completely honest. It is.
No, yeah, I would say it is.
So it's kind of an attack versus defense, but I do think that you would just kind of do me. I don't know. You'd like
the experience.
Yeah.
I feel like
but as good as my defense is, it's like the two centre backs, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva. Like them two as a partnership are really, really good.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's actually a better matchup in terms of the actual team sheet.
I just think, I do just think
because it's. I think the way Juve play would do PSG in, I think, and particularly the wing backs.
Yeah, the thing is, I couldn't even argue because I love that Juve team as well. So yeah, I'll back it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll put it to a poll again, but I imagine that it will probably, Anyway, all right. Should we move on? We've only got 10 minutes left of this call, so do.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do a quick one. Let's say quick one.
Yeah,
it's not an obvious. It's not obvious. It's fucking.
No, this is actually. This is probably
hard.
This is tight. Very.
So I'll introduce Arsenal Invincibles versus Mourinho's Chelsea. What we saying? 2005, 6.
Yeah.
I mean, two great teams. I mean, there's no denying they're two of the best in Premier League history.
Yeah.
Do you want to start? I mean, we know what Mourinho's team strengths are.
Yeah, I mean, I can name a few players. You're Cech, Terry, Carvalho, Lampard, Makelele, Drogba, Robben, Essien. Like, stupidly good team.
Yeah, it was.
But the bit I think my biggest argument here is actually just Mourinho and what he brought.
Yeah, but Wenger. Yeah, I'll let you go.
No, I mean, in terms of Wenger, I know Wenger he's a great manager, but Mourinho came in and made him sit in the corner. Kind of.
Yeah. The thing is, I hear what you're saying in terms of Wenger's record against Mourinho is not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. But he didn't face him at the Arsenal pomp. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. But it's also year after you're invincible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Mourinho kind of...
True.
I feel like in the way you went after that, Mourinho came in and kind of crushed Wenger's soul. To be a bit dramatic.
That is a bit dramatic.
Because
we then, I mean, there was a period of not much success, but we still we got to a Champions League final 2006. I know we didn't win it, but like just to get there,
Yeah,
it's showing like it's it's not a bad side, is it?
No, it's not.
But I'd argue my attack's better, undoubtedly. I think my attack's 100% better. I think my midfield is better.
I don't know, actually.
Vieira and fucking Gilberto Silva, 4-4-2. Perez Lundberg on the left and right. Bergkamp and Henry.
Is Bergkamp still there? When did Bergkamp go?
Invincibles? Yeah, of course.
No. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking when against. No. I know it's Invincible.
Yeah.
When did he actually go? Was it that year?
It was. He stayed for 1 year after, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was the last year at Highbury. Was it? I'm making up.
He wasn't there in the Champions League final, was he?
No.
He was either then 2004, 2005. I feel like it was 2005.
Yeah, sorry. So it was one. Just trying to remember. It was Invincibles, then just another season. Then it was the last year at Highbury where we got Champions League final. I don't know.
I don't know when your last year, but your last.
Well, we moved into the Emirates 06-07. So that was the year after the Champions League final, I think.
Yeah,
I believe so. Anyway, that doesn't really matter, but
yeah.
I think. I mean, your to be honest, your only argument is defense and Mourinho.
It's defense and Mourinho, this defense and Mourinho and the way the league went when he came in.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of like as we've kind of spoken about, football changes very quickly.
No, it's true.
It's like we didn't fucking lose a game. We didn't lose a single game. And that's not. And the opposition, we fucking going up against Fergie United, Liverpool, Chelsea, like they're still good.
No, it's still top teams in there. Yeah.
We beat Inter Milan 5-1 away at the San Siro in the Invincible season.
Yeah. Not bad.
Like, no one does that. You don't do that.
Weren't far off.
What, you lost 4-3. People seem to forget that when Bale scored that hat-trick, it was a great hat-trick, but you lost 4-3 and 2 of the goals were the 90th minute.
Basically 5-1.
People love to forget. Like, don't get me wrong, it was a great hat-trick, but they lost. Like, it's typical Spurs.
That's a win in my books.
Yeah. I can't lie. Henry, Bergkamp, they're making Terry look stupid.
I don't know about that. Terry and Carvalho could lock him off. You know what? This one, I feel like this one's hard to determine, because if it's, I mean, like, you look on paper and you look at your team, it's probably better, but it's hard to determine on like a one-off game, because like I feel like the argument for Mourinho's Chelsea is the season. It's not about it being a one-off game.
Yeah.
It's
you say that's the thing. It's like in a one-off game.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we did obviously lose games in that season, but in the league, we didn't lose a single game.
Yeah.
I know Mourinho's Chelsea only lost one, but like it's that all important. It's that all important.
Yeah.
Like didn't.
No, it's
like people love to say, "Oh, we only lost one," but we didn't. So it's like.
No, I know. It's I mean, to be honest, I don't think being invincible is that special.
It is, because otherwise, loads of other people would have done it, but they haven't.
No, I think it's unique. No, special's the wrong word. I don't think it's that. It's not that impressive. I don't
You
think.
say that, Frank. No, why has only 2 teams in English football history done it then?
No, don't get me wrong. I think
You know
it's
what I
so
mean? Like,
hard to do, but it's like I think it would be much better to win more games than to just not lose
yeah, but
and get more points.
won the league unbeaten.
No, I know, but like I think winning the
But
league
hold on,
is
hold on, hold on. We won the league unbeaten with 90 points. It's not exactly like we didn't fucking
it's true.
didn't
It's true.
accumulate like.
Nah, it's true. No, 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 no.
I
I hear
know,
it, but
I know. There's
I
been
think the
higher.
90 points. No, but I think the 90 points thing is worth more than being invincible.
Okay, yeah, but it's a
In my opinion, like 9 points, fantastic.
like people.
Invincible is
You
like
can
not bad.
criticize it. You can criticize it, or not criticize
Mm.
it. But you can like try to put it down. But at the same time, if it was that hard to do, sorry, if it was that easy to do, then why haven't some of the best teams done it? Why hasn't Mourinho?
No, I'm not saying. I'm
Well,
not saying
why
it's
couldn't
easy to
Mourinho's
do.
Chelsea do it?
No, I'm not saying it's easy to do, but I'm just saying I think it's better to win a game and lose a game than it is to draw two,
Yeah.
depending on the game, of course. But yeah,
I just realised we don't have that long left, but you know what my stance is going to be.
yeah, I'm
maybe we'll put it to a
Chelsea
poll.
back in Chelsea for Mourinho.
Yeah, maybe we'll put it to a poll as well. We'll put all 3 of them to a poll. I think.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed that. We'll probably do a part 2
Yeah.
at some point. Maybe if people give us teams, could work
Yeah.
quite well. But otherwise,
Yeah.
we'll think of some more and do more. Because we'll do some more Would You Rather soon as well. I'm done with
Yeah, we'll bring that back.
Yeah.